Today we're making these really beautiful macrame sunflowers, but what's really great about these particular sunflowers is that we only use one type of knot, making this the most easiest sunflower pattern you will ever do. So without further ado, let's get started. For this project, we're going to need yellow and green rope. We're also going to need jute for the center of our flower. We're also going to need a wooden dowel, preferably one that's a little bit thinner in diameter. We're also going to need a hot glue gun and some extra hot glue. And of course, some really sharp scissors. We're going to start by creating the center of our flower, so grab 2 of your 60-inch strands of jute. We're going to fold it in half and then place the loop end up at the top and pin to your board. As I had mentioned at the start of this video, this is a really beginner-friendly macrame flower. All it requires is the one knot, which is the square knot. However, the square knot family of knots has several different variations. So right now we are going to tie a berry knot. So to tie a berry knot, we're going to need to tie 3 square knots stacked on top of each other. I'm going to demonstrate really slowly for you here, but if you're having trouble, you can always check out my knot tutorial playlist. I'll link it in the cards above. To tie a square knot, you make a loop on your left, and then with your right cord, you wrap it behind and through that loop. This is half of your square knot. To complete the other half, you make a loop on your right, and then you wrap your left cord behind and through the loop. Okay, so for a berry knot, you make 3 square knots, and we're going to leave a gap at the top, because we're going to take our 2 bottom tails and we're going to thread that through our loops. Now we're going to close those gaps by pulling our bottom 2 cords. And then we're also going to pull our cords that we had threaded through, and this is going to make it curve and loop onto itself. See, just like this, and that forms our berry knot. Now to make sure it's secure, we're going to actually tie another square knot right at the base. This sunflower pattern was a requested pattern, so if you have a pattern request, please leave it in the comments below and I will see what I can do for you. Once your berry knot is secure, we're going to do the exact same thing and make another one. And then for our second row, we're going to increase our row. So grab another strand of 60 inches of twine, fold it in half to find the center, place the center behind your first 2 sets of cords, and we're going to tie another berry knot. So again, to tie a berry knot, that's 3 square knots stacked on top of each other. And on a side note, you really don't want to pull these knots too tight because we want to be able to slide it up. This center portion of our flower here is the most difficult part of this pattern, and really it's not that difficult at all. Once you get past this, it's smooth sailing. Once you have your 3 square knots, you're going to take the 2 center cords and you're going to thread it through the gap at the top. But before you pull them all the way through, slide your square knots up at the top to close the gap, and then you want to pull your cords all the way through. And of course, to finish off the berry knot, you want to secure your ends by tying 1 more square knot at the base. With the next set of 4 cords, we're just going to tie a regular berry knot. We're not going to worry about increasing these ones. And with the last 2 sets of cords, we're going to increase just like we did with the first knot of this row. For our third row, we're also going to increase, and we're going to increase on the first 2 sets of cords and the last 2 sets of cords. Which means we're going to have 2 regular berry knots in the center of this row. Alright, so we're finished increasing our rows. Now it's time to decrease our rows. So to do this, we're going to leave out the first 2 cords and the last 2 cords of each row, and we're just going to tie regular berry knots. That completes the center portion of our flower, so we're going to leave that off to the side and we're going to start working on the back. Working with 2 of our 40-inch strands of green cord, we're going to fold them in half and pin them to our board. And what we're going to do is we're going to tie a regular square knot. So the back portion of our flower is going to be a lot easier than the front. What we're going to tie is a whole bunch of alternating square knots. When you're done tying your square knot, we don't need those top loops, so go ahead and close those off. I'm going to go ahead and jump ahead because this is the exact same thing we did at the front, only instead of berry knots, it's just regular square knots. When you're done, you should have 2 pieces that are roughly around the same size, but don't worry if they're not a perfect match, that's not going to matter. Moving along, to make your petals, you want to place your 2 yellow cords down and fold them in half. And we're going to tie 2 square knots stacked on top of each other. As you can see, for this whole project, we're really using a combination of square knots, making this super easy. Once you have your 2 square knots on, we're going to increase our row by attaching another cord on the first 2 sets of cords and the second set of cords. Then with the 2 outer cords, we're going to tie a gathering square knot. And to do this, all you have to do is tie a square knot around all of your center cords. So we're going to be tying 2 gathering square knots on top of each other. Now, this isn't my usual style of petal, but I do create many leaves with this same exact method. If this type of petal is not your jam, that's totally fine. You could go ahead and swap it out for a different style. You can always check out my macrame flower playlist for other ideas. But continuing on, we're going to need 8 of these petals. Before we start compiling everything together, we're going to trim up the ends, leaving about a ½ inch. And with our back piece, we're actually going to hot glue our ends so that they don't unravel on us. And what you want to do is you want to fold them into the center. Then trim up your petals, leaving about a ½ inch of a tail. Now, what I like to do after I have them all trimmed up is I like to lay out all my pieces. That way I know everything is centered and looks right before I commit to tacking it down. Once I'm satisfied, I'm going to glue my petals onto the base. And then with the top portion, I'm going to do it a little bit differently. I'm going to glue half of it down first, and I like to start with the side that has the trimmed ends. And once that half is dried a little bit, I tack down the other side. The reason why I like to do it like this is because I like to shape my center so that it's a nice round bubble type shape. Next, we're going to grab our wooden dowel and we're going to create the stem. I'm going to use my latch hook here to help me with this part, but if you don't have a latch hook, that's no problem. You can use a crochet hook or a tapestry needle, or you can use masking tape and tape the ends to help you guide it through. You can do whatever is easier for you. I happen to have a latch hook, so that's what I'm going to use. Once you have your long green cord through, you want to make sure it's centered and even on both sides. Then we're going to hot glue our wooden dowel and twist it into the center. Once that's dry, we're going to take our long green cords and we're going to tie spiral knots around our wooden dowel. To tie a spiral knot, you make a loop with your left cord, and then with your right cord, you place that behind and around and through that loop of your left. And for a first knot, I like to kind of squish it into our hot glue so that there's no gaps. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and continue with our spiral knots. And as you can see, a spiral knot is really just half of a square knot. When you are continually only making a loop on your left hand side over and over and over again, it starts to spiral around. which I think it gives it a really neat effect. If you find that your spiral knots are a little bit straight in a section, that's okay. You can go ahead and give it a little bit of a twist and that will help it along. Once you've made your way all the way down to the bottom of your wooden dowel, we're going to go ahead and snip off the ends, leaving about a 1/2 inch. Then with your hot glue gun, you want to fold that tail end over the base of your wooden dowel. At the moment, sunflowers happen to be my most favorite flower, and right now I have several of them growing in my garden. If you like easy macrame flower patterns, I have a whole bunch of them. So many in fact that I have an entire playlist. If you click the link on the screen now, that will take you directly to that playlist and I will see you over there.